Hey, this is Jenny Jones, Digital Growth Hacks Club. Hey, listen, wanted to put a new SaaS program in front of you. The name of the program is called Upcoach. And if this is your first time to this channel, please go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm always allowing you opportunities to look at different techs and different tech stacks and how to get the best out of these programs and how to increase your bottom line. All right, so listen. What I have in front of you is a program that was just dropped in front of me the other day, and it's called Upcoach. Now, I'm looking at it, and the first thing I want to do is I want to take a look at the pricing. But first of all, I need to know if this program is going to work with my tech stack, right? And so this program is designed, it's for the professional coaching platform to help you deliver transformational results for your clients and team members. It is, and what they're saying here, it says before Upcoach, clients or students get lost, there's multiple logins, and it's hard to keep track of it all. After Upcoach, your clients have one place to get results, you and your team are in sync, and you can relax because the chaos and things better. Yes and no. So here's what this program does. And let me just tell you at the core, because I don't want to hold you long on this particular program. This particular program is, I think, it's a light version, and they're comparing it to Kajabi and Teachable and some other ones. Those are heavyweights, right? So when you try to compare yourself with the heavyweights, you got to bring it. And to me, I consider Teachable, I guess, first generation, right? That's one of the first iterations that we've seen. But what this particular tool does is it gives you a lighter version. If you don't want to deploy your entire academy and you only wanted to teach some smaller classes, let's say you do a master class once a year or twice a year, right? Which some people only do a master class once a year. And they're like, either you get in on a master class or you don't. Those are some of the things that I'm learning from Amy Porterfield or something like that. She teaches where she's saying, hey, you can have these mini offers in between your master classes. To me, this recipe, if that's the route that you want to go, I think that Upteach gives you that. This is where I learn a lot of my fundamentals and how, I attend CreatorU is something that that's put on by Sam Cart, and there should be a link below into that. They're giving you all these different tips. I have TikTok growth blueprint, YouTube traffic. That's how I've been able to grow my channel and do different things. But I'm learning from these people who's done it before. But again, Amy Porterfield says, hey, if you're going to do a big launch, still make your money on these mini offers. To me, I really think this helps you accomplish that. I'm not going to, as I'm looking through it, I'm going to walk through a couple of different pieces. But as I'm walking through it, I don't think I like this to replace all of my teaching as a full-blown LMS. I think it's an LMS light, but it gives you amount of power to do a lot of different things in it. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. All right, so here we are. We are inside the actual academy right now, and or Upcoach, and you can place your logo here. The way you deploy this, and you have to be very strategic in wanting to deploy this, because you may want, this gives you the power, like what I showed you was doing the mini courses. I have a master class that I do. I do my digital real estate master class, but I do that in a tool like Sweet Dash that gives me a lot of flexibility in some of the things that I want to do. And I can take different clients on different journeys. I can connect them to different calendars on my back end. That's what my full-blown masterclass does, and it takes each student on their own journey, right? What this does is it allows you, and you have to be careful if you go where you're going to set it up. And again, you have to have vision. As I always say, when you're setting up your programs, you always want to list them out and diagram them first, and how you want to take them and how you see how they're going to progress. So what you have here is the power in this is you can set up mini programs in here, right? So I can give you a class on retirement basics, right? So some of the things that I do, and I can give you a mini class on a digital real estate masterclass, not my full-blown masterclass, right? Not this one. I can give you a light one in between, because if I only do that once a year, right, I can give you these small different nuggets of classes. I can do that. I have the capability of doing that here, this just through programs. So you have your programs here. Let's go ahead and go through it. You have your programs here. And you can do unlimited programs with this particular setup that I have. You can do unlimited programs. So to me, I think you can do unlimited mini courses or mini classes in between your master classes, right? I'm not going to try to do a full, just the way this is set up. And I think some of the limitations, I'm not going to do a full master class or something like that, but you have agendas also, right? You can set up your agendas. They give you some that you can copy. The best thing I like about it is, hey, here's a simple agenda. We can go ahead here. We can copy this simple agenda. I will call this Jenny simple agenda. And I just they have a template there. You can copy anything here, which I love that you can do that, right? And then this is the actual agenda. It takes you in and you can create an agenda. So that's one of the things you can do, and you can drag and drop the blocks over here. You can say, hey, I want you to upload something, right? And I can give you a drive here, upload something in there. So that's kind of how those work, the drag and drops. And what you have to do, and I think a lot of people are having challenges as they're putting things together, is when you drop something in, you have to wait till the box turns blue and then let it go. I think I've been seeing some complaints on that, but it's a method to the drag and drop here, right? So we're going to go back. We're going to get out of this agenda. We're not going to save. So let's go back. All right. So you have agendas, then you have courses, right? So what happens is inside your program, you can create courses. And let me show you what that looks like. Let's create the course first. So you go here. This is something that I just put together just as a self-paced course. We can come in here. Let me edit the course. Let me show you what I put together. And this is an actual course that you can, this is lesson 1. I dropped this in. This is a Vimeo video. And you can use a link for any video. You can use YouTube or whatever, however you want to use that. And you can just drop that in here, right? You can add different elements here. Again, these are all drag and drop. I can put a button in here if I wanted to, right? Click me, right? And you can take them somewhere else if you wanted to, right? So those are different things you can do there. We'll delete the button. And so I put this this video here. I think what I like about this particular video is, let me put in another video. Let me just show you some of the power and what the video would look like. So you have the ability to have one block. You can have 2 blocks. You can have 3 blocks, and you just put in each URL for each one. So I can say, hey, I can give the intro here, right? This can be me. Like I said, I only had this video here just to show what I could do here, how it linked up. So I can give you the intro here, and I can give you 3 different small phases here of the video, right? And you can just put the URLs over here and drop those in there. All right, so we'll delete that block. And so we'll go back. So this is an actual course. Let me get out of this. So you can take the courses and you can embed them in the programs, right? Because your programs can be what you want them to be. Your program can just really be where did I put that? Your program could be whatever you want it to be. And I'm going to show you how it looks when you set up a program. So this program is, you take them through daily tasks. These are habits. You can set up, hey, habit, hey, read 1 chapter a day, or create 1 widget a day, or so on. And then you can create a form between you and your clients. And then you can have them upload a file. You can have them sync to a calendar, and so on and so forth. So what you can do there, and then so what I did was I can actually I could come here and I can actually drag and drop a course on. Well, is this the one? I already have a course block. Okay, that's right. I already put a course. So I have a course block in here already. Where's my course block? Oh, I think this is my course block here. So let me delete this block. That was just something I just dropped in there. So let me delete that. And so I already had a course block. So let me put in a course block. Let me drop that in there. So here's a course block that I have, and I can actually put this course in there. So these are all the courses. Remember I created that course over there? I can drop this course box in there. And I can put this, let me see. Is that the one that I can do? No, let me, oh, I have to go here and select a course. Sorry about that. Where's my course? This is the course that I have in there. Stand by. All right, so what I did here was the course is already embedded. I just cannot see it. So I dropped the course in here. And what I did and what allowed me to see it was I created another course that I can drop in there as well. So even though I have this course was in their default because it was the only one, they give you a selection once you drop in a course. They give you the selection to pick which courses you want. So I'm going to add a new course in here. And what allowed me to see that was I can look at the client view. So this is my view. And these are the things that I want in this mini program that I have. So let's look at the client view. So with the client view, you'll see that I already have a course in here. I'm going to add another course to this. So this is just for this digital real estate masterclass. And again, I just dropped that in there just to show you the power of that. And these are the things I only want you to work on, you as if I'm doing one-on-one coaching. The one-on-one coaching to me, I think is a little outdated unless you have a small practice. But I think it's really the cohorts, and you can actually have enough to do a cohort. What I mean by cohort is 5 to 10 people, small class, or maybe 3 or 4 packs of 3 or 4. You can do those real small classes in here as well. You'll notice powered by Upcoach is here, create your own program. Those are one of the things that I had an issue with, and I asked the founders, hey, I want that option. The thing is with this, you'll see later that if a person clicks on that and they do decide to use Upcoach, then you'll get an affiliate payout. But I don't want to, what if I don't want to be in the affiliate business? And I don't want everybody to know what I'm using to teach you, even though I have my own domain, right? You can use your own domain here. But so let's see what happens when we add a new course to this particular project. So let's go back on that. All right, and that was what we call, that was client view. So now let me add, these are the courses here. So let me go here. And as I click on courses, this lights up. So let me add a course also to this one. Let me add the new digital real estate course, right? And the thing is here, you can schedule it to start at a certain time, right? So I don't want that to start now. I can have start now, or I can say, hey, start at a later date, right? So I can schedule it to start, I don't know, on the 19th, right? And I could set the time here. I don't know if you could see it because I don't have enough in my recording window. All right, so I can schedule it to start at 11 p.m., right? So that's when the new course will start. So I have both courses that are in there, right? And I'll slide that and make that on top. So that one will start first, or I can schedule them both to start at a certain time. When you go inside here, this one's already set. It was set to start today. I've already started that one. And then I can set this in here as well. So let's see what happens on the client view. So now we're back on the client view, and you can see here, hey, you know what? This is what I have for you to do right now. This one's not set to start until July 19th. And I didn't set up a cover on these. That's why it looks blank, but you can actually have a little cover, a little logo or whatever you want to set up. So, hey, this course, you'll automatically get an opportunity to move. I need this to be done by July 19th so you can start your new course. And these are some habits I want you to do, and I can add new habit. I will do this once a day. I will do that, so on and so forth. They can start a form with you. So this is all the client's view, which I think is unique that they actually allow you to look at the client's view as you build it out, right? And then these are your members here. You can send your invitations from here. So create an invitation link. You can do that. You can create people to this class. Okay. Then you can go back to the editor. You can put that together. All right, so now that's what you have there. So now let's go back out to admin and let's finish driving down there. And this is the Kanban for this particular group. So for this particular group, you can see who's disengaged, who's slightly engaged, who's super engaged. Hey, this person shows up every day. They show up every hour. They're really, really, really into it. And I really can appreciate what they're actually doing, right? And this is for this particular program, right? And then these are the settings of the program. So again, I like it as a kind of wrap up. I wanted to give you a high level view. Those are your programs. You have agendas. You have courses. I think did I show you courses? I think I did show you courses. You can create different courses. Let's create a course so you'll see what that looks like. Create a new course. And so you come here and you actually can create the course, or I could have copied the last one that I had, but this is how you create the courses here. Right, and you could drop in, like I said, I don't think I went through this already. Yeah, you went through and you can drop this in. You can create the different types of things you want to see. You can drag, and he says, I just want an audio portion of it. I'll just add the audio portion down here, put the audio URL in there, and so on and so forth. All right, so it's kind of how you do your courses, and then you go and you can modules, any other type of setup, you have your modules and all that other stuff. So that's how you create your courses. So again, you can have programs and you can have courses within programs, and you have agendas, and then smart docs. I really haven't figured out the power use of smart docs. I think smart docs allows you to create, it says gather information and create exercises with interactive smart docs your clients can fill in, create a template here, and then assign it to your clients in their program builder. I think this is I don't know that this is the best. It's something, right? And I think it's better than nothing. And what I do is I kind of created a template here. Let's take a look at it. Let's edit it. Right. And I tried to create a document. Oh, there's a document here already. And you can drop in a checklist, text field, headings, audio, image. Right, and you can have your third party. You can do it in the Google Sheets, Google Slides, HTML. You can drop in an HTML code there. So if you want to embed a form or something in there, I think that would be good if you mix it with a Formally or something like that, and then add it. I'll probably do a quick hack on that. I like that because you can embed forms. So you use a Formaloo, and then you can put HTML in there and then embed the form in there for them to fill out, and then, or that becomes a quiz for you, right? So you can use Formaloo. I'll probably put a link in there for that, but I'll probably do another hack on that. So that would be a good way to embed a form. So you have the smart docs, you have the team. Let me show you customization real quick. Actually, let me show you automation real quick, and then I'm gonna show you customization because I have to block out some information in there first. So let's look at automation, right? So automation, this is an automation that I created, and what it is you create a workflow, right? You create a workflow. Let me just show you the one that I built, but I'm gonna just show you what you do when you want to build it out. And the way this works is, gotta click on it first. You put the title, you put a short description of what it does, right? And then you hit create. And then what it's gonna do, let me edit the workflow that I have. It's gonna take you through a series of steps. Hey, when a new member is added to the program, right? Add them to this group, add them to the digital real estate masterclass, or add them to a group, add them to the first name, last name, send an email to me or someone else. All right. Or you can use, I think you can go here and you can say, hey, add to ConvertKit sequence, right? Add to ConvertKit form, or delay before you do this and do that. So these are just some automation steps I think you can take on the back end. So yeah, I don't have a problem with this. I think this could kind of do some of the heavy lifting for you. I don't have a problem with that. Let me show you the customization field here. And the customization field is just really I'm about putting your logos and stuff together. So give me 1 second. All right. So here is, I just wanted to remove my domain for right now because I don't want a whole bunch of people visiting in and running up my numbers and stuff. I'll try to do that occasionally. So you can put a custom logo here. Since this is my coaching platform, and because I teach so many different disciplines, that it would be best for me. And this is something that I learned a long time ago because I cross genres and I cross different disciplines. I'm teaching retirement today, teaching marketing tomorrow. I'm teaching finance the next day, right? Because those are all the things that I have degrees in. So I try to teach classes and courses around them. I just said, if I set up this particular program, I would set it up where I would just be the sole focal point of it. It would not be brand driven, but it would be more or less driven by me as a coach. I would run it under my brand and marketing systems, that's my umbrella brand that I run a lot of my particular coaching and or brands underneath. So this is a custom logo here, and I put that there. And it'll show up in some areas. I put a big custom logo here, which you'll see it here. That's over the overall brand. And I used a custom icon, which pretty much shows up as the favicon, right? And then you can set your custom domain. From what I understand and what I was reading from their notes and the Q&A is I don't have a custom domain set up yet, but I can actually set that up and I can change that occasionally, right? So I'm not locked into a custom domain. But if I set it up today and then 6 months down the line and I change it and I still have students enrolled, that'll be a problem, right? Because they can't get back to the course. But you have to be very strategic in what custom domain you want. And that custom domain, if you're going to do multiple programs, I think that custom domain should match overall universal brand for different types of disciplines if you're going to teach more than one. I would never teach something where if that's all I did and that's all I wanted to do in the rest of my life, then I would domain it that way. But I always kind of want to have a universal brand that just in case if I learn something new. So this is one of the things I thought was very unique. I'm not going to say it's unique. I think it's something that more founders should do hey, enter in your code here and show powered up coaching brand. You cannot remove this unless you go to one of their highest plans, right? And I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a powered by coaching. Yeah, actually I do have a problem with it because if I'm the teacher, if I'm the master, I don't want anybody to know what I'm using to deliver my particular teaching. Definitely if I have my own custom domain, you don't need to know, as a student, you don't need to know what I'm using and when it's time for you to know, then I'll send you an affiliate link for you to take advantage of that as well. I don't like this. I really, really would rather have this as an option. I don't think I need to be in the highest plan. But since it is there, and if somebody wanted to click on it, if they did actually click on that badge, then it'll automatically sign them up for coaching. I mean, they'll get the Upcoach and then they'll earn a 30% commission for lifetime of the client. I don't have a problem with that. I just want to have the flexibility and the option. So that's something I really, really have a big deal with. So other than that, I think that's really all. Smart Docs team is just your team. I think 2 or 3 members, whether it's yourself, a VA or an assistant or another teacher, you can be co-teaching with someone else. They'll set up they'll have their own profile and so on and so forth. I don't see any integrations with Zoom or anything like that. Let's go to integrations. There's API tokens, which is good because you can open up the backend and you can do some API calls. All right. And the only true integration they have is ConvertKit, and then they have Zapier. I don't have a problem with Zapier initially, right? Because most founders, when they're young or the company's small, Zapier is the easiest. They have the easiest software development integration into their APIs. It's very easy to do. So that's why the people always end up with Zapier. They say, if I do Zapier, I can get into a lot of other programs with ease. What they fail to realize is Zapier is probably the most, we don't like to use a lot. A lot of people don't like to use Zapier because Zapier can get very expensive. So there's other iterations of connections that automate, right? But I think as a start, you can ask for Zapier, but as you start getting more creative, I think you're going to look for more things from that. And then they have I think this is pretty awesome. And as I kind of bring this to a close, they have a training center where you can come and you can learn a lot of different things: onboarding tasks, smart docs, support. I think this is awesome that it's already in there. You can always ask. And I think this is actually built with one of their programs. I think it is powered by, like I said, it is powered by Upcoach. Onboarding, training room, training tasks, right? Different things like that. Okay, so that's their training. So that is it. That's it for Upcoach. Sorry this is long. I'm going to definitely put chapters in this particular video, but I wanted to give you an overview, a 40,000 foot view for it. Like I said, I would definitely use it if I wanted to offer mini offers between my master classes, right? Between some of the bigger classes that I have, I would definitely use something like this. I like it because it's portable and it's scalable, right? If I want to get you up to a point, or if I want to even, if I had a program that I offered you and I walked you through the entire master class and used that as an upsell, right? I would let you know that you don't start there, right? You start here in my small coaching, then you move up to the master class, which happens every 6 months. That'll happen in 6 months. But I sold you a mini course right here that would allow you that opportunity to get that. So anyway, hopefully you guys are doing well. This has been Jenny Jones. Take care. Until next time. Goodbye for now.